All right, Mona, I'll tell Leslie I seen you. God bless. God bless you guys too.
All right, Shalom, the Hebrew Israelites coming out week in and week out to prophesy the downfall of America. First and foremost, to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh,
Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, HaRakakodash.
All right, double honor to our elders and apostles at Great Millstone, the who well teaches His word. Peace, love, and blessing to the hopeful elect that scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, is preaching His words in truth and sincerity, man. All right, looking for the salvation of that soul, man. Got it?
Yeah, come. All right, this is the book of Nahum.
Jesus, you got everlasting one. And how are you talking about?
It's in the book.
Yeah, because we came out here and we got these on the streets out here in San Jose. They're protesting. Got the Issacharites, so-called Mexicans, out here protesting, man, because all the things that's going on with Trump, you know, locking up these little kids in concentration camps and whatnot, because all these Mexicans crossing over the border. And so you got this legislation that was put in place to where they're separating the families. They're taking the kids from the parents and locking them up in different locations, pretty much. And so you got Issachar out here protesting against it, talking about a nation divided cannot be united. So saying some other mantras and chants, pretty much making a bunch of noise but not doing nothing, you know, because it tells you in the scriptures that there's going to be uproars of the people, but this ain't an uproar, man. What Jake's doing right now, Jake ain't uproaring, man. Right now they're trying to look for a peaceful resolution, which they're not going to get, all right? Because the so-called white man don't want none of you Hispanics in this country anyways. So you ain't going to get no peaceful resolution. Man, so-called white man's gonna get tired of you eventually. He's gonna start using some severe violence against you. Get your ass out of here, man. Go ahead.
This is Nahum chapter 3, verse 1. Woe to the bloody city. It is all full of lies and robbery.
Hey, man, this place is all full of lies and robbery, man. This place is chock full of lies, all right? You want to talk about the Louisiana Purchase? You want to talk about these different contracts that they have with Issachar in order to take certain lands from them? What you don't understand is that Esau had a gun to these people's head, man. All right, Esau came over here with some so-called white man. Esau came over here with his weapons, man, with his armory, with his military, so he could take this shit over by force, man. It tells you since John the Baptist, all right, the violent have been taking the kingdom by force, man. And really, this whole place, this whole planet is supposed to belong to the Israelites, man. This whole planet is supposed to be the kingdom of heaven, man. This is supposed to be Eden. You know what I'm saying? But Esau turned this place into a shipwreck, man. Esau done flipped everything upside down. This place is nothing but a hellhole, man.
I got a precept?
Yeah, get that.
This is Matthew chapter 11, verse 12. And from the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of heaven suffereth violence, and the violent take it by force.
Yeah, the kingdom of heaven suffereth violence, man. All right? And the violent take it by force. Now, when you go into Luke 17, it tells you that the kingdom is within his people, man. All right? The kingdom is within the elect, chiefly. But even though 2/3 of Israel are looked at as heathens by Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai right now, they're still going to be in the kingdom in the next go-around, man. So they're still Israelites, so to speak, man. They might not be the Israel of the Most High, but they're still Jakes, man. They still got that salt, they still got that spirit upon them. All right? Now Jake is suffering violence, man, since the Roman times. All right, because the Romans, they occupied Israel, man. And they was doing the same damn things. They was hunting down Jake, they was beating him, they was taxing the shit out of him. All right, Jake was in the ghettos. Wherever Jake was at, it was pretty much a ghetto, man. Just like in these times today. Whenever a block has Jake pushed into it, that shit turns into a fucking ghetto, man. Because Esau done fucked Jake's mind up, man. And that's what he does. That's why you Jakes are in a mental prison. At one point in time, he was in a hardcore physical slavery. that's part of the curses, man. It tells you that you would be a proverb and a byword wherever you go amongst the Gentiles, man. That you was gonna have to serve your enemies in lands that you knew not. You're gonna have to serve nations that you knew not. Alright? You have to serve these cucks out here, man. Even these cucks, they wanna act like they're down with you, man. They're not really down with you, man. You think these cucks will die for you, man? They ain't gonna put their life on the line for you. They don't give a shit about you. They just out here because they ain't got nothing better to do. They're just bored, man. That's the only reason they come out here marching and chanting with you. They don't really give a shit, man. They ain't in the same situation as you're in. Hey, Esau has things, man. Esau's family has things. They got bloodlines, inheritances is passed down to them, man. You Jakes, especially you Jakes across the border, you come over here with nothing. That's all you got is nothing to your name, man. And you ain't got no place here. You like a fox. Well, not like a fox, but you pretty much you don't got a place to rest your head, man. Because it tells you the fox is that wolf. But I was thinking of that scripture. Go ahead.
This is Micah chapter 2 verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest.
Yeah, arise ye and depart. You're supposed to arise and depart out of this place spiritually, man. You're supposed to understand who your enemy is, man. You gotta depart out of this shit. Thanks, hold on, bro. Yeah, I Shoot up, bro. Woo. Yeah, read again.
Okay, this is Micah chapter 2 verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction.
Yeah, this place is physically and spiritually polluted too, man. That's right. It's polluted with all different types of GMOs. It's polluted with chemicals in the air, chemicals in the water. All right, and it's polluted with ideologies. It's polluted with a mental pollution, with a spiritual pollution, man. All right, they got you, Jakes. Man, Issachar, man, you so-called Mexican, you be worshiping the so-called white man, bro. Straight up. Y'all be worshiping the same man that's oppressing you. Like the northern and the southern kingdom, both y'all do it, man. You're gonna bow down to the same image that's whipping you on the back, man. That's keeping you in this mental prison, man. Alright, that's why you gotta arise out and depart. Okay, you got Cucks and you got Jake marching together up and down the street. The oppressed and the oppressor holding hands. It tells you, though hand joined in hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished, man. So it don't matter if you cuck out here holding hands with an Iskarite, bobbing up and down the street chanting some booty. Hey man, you're still gonna be destroyed, man. You're still gonna go into slavery. Hey look, you wanna be on Jake's side right now, you're gonna know what Jake went through. In fact, you're gonna have it twice as bad, man. So you're really gonna be able to say you know what the struggle is, man. Go back to Naaman, because this place is a bloody city. It's polluted. All right. This mentality, this way of thinking is gonna destroy you, man. You think that Esau has any type of love for you? Man, you look at these different places, these so-called Christians that you think are so loving and so caring about you. They don't give a shit about you. All they do is making money off you, man. These different programs are set up. All they're doing is making money off you, man. They're getting endorsements. You want to donate to these different charities. You know who the money's going to, those different charities, man? Them so-called Jews over there, the synagogue of Satan. Right. They're the ones that's getting that charity money. You gotta realize that the banks got everybody in their back pocket. Right. And the banks are the ones that own the entire world, man. But Jake don't think about nothing. Jake don't sit down and actually ponder the things of this world, man. All Jake cares about is what's right in front of his face at that moment. And that's what society pushes. Society teaches you to think, to live in the moment, to act in the moment. They don't teach you to think ahead. They don't teach you critical thinking. They don't teach you deep thought, man. You might think that you know something, but what you know is just is very little compared to what's really going on out here, man. Even in 2018, there's still a lot of you that's in gross darkness, man. Even with all this truth being pushed out into the world. Hey, but the Lord set it up that way. Really, hey, the wicked shall never understand. Go ahead.
This is Nahum chapter 3 verse 1. Woe to the bloody city, it is all full of lies, and robbery.
That's why it says, woe to the bloody city, because it's full of lies and robbery. That's why it says, woe to the bloody city, man. Woe means destruction. That means this place is going to be destroyed for all of its lies and its robbery, man. Its deceits and its murder, all right? Because they came over here, first and foremost, to destroy you, Jake. Because they want you dead, man. They tried to annihilate you. Look at the Native Americans. The Native Americans that said he lived as a lion, right? That they were spread abroad across the whole North American continent, man. That means that there was millions upon millions of so-called Native Americans out here, man. And by the time Esau was done with them, they was in the tens of thousands, man. So they reduced an entire population of people to almost nothing. And then, as a consolation, gave them reservations and said, well, here, this is your land, and you can do what you want on it. Yeah, it's a trap, tax the fuck out of them, put liquor stores and gun stores and all these different Planned Parenthood spots up inside these different reservations, man. Putting all this madness this America pushes inside these reservations, putting Jesus Christ inside these reservations, because that's what them border schools was all about, man. Them boarding schools, they was about turning Jake into Roman Catholics, man, and Christians, and they would beat the shit out of them, man. It was straight up, it was slavery, basically, man. Because it tells you, what's that, Jeremiah 50 and 33? Keep going. Go ahead.
This is Numbers chapter 35, verse 33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it.
And that's why 200 million missiles are going to be launched upon America, man. That's right. See, it tells you to cleanse the land. You can't clean up the land. It's full of blood, man. You can't clean up the bloody city except by those who shed the blood, man. You gotta actually kill these people, man. You gotta kill these Edomites that's out here, which the Lord's gonna take care of that, man. He's gonna rouse up Jake. He's gonna rouse up Esau. They're gonna have a race war together, man. Jacob's trouble's gonna come. Martial law is gonna be declared. Ultimately, the Lord is gonna sweep this place clean with the besom of destruction, man. He's gonna sweep it like with a broom. He's gonna sweep it with fire, though, man. That's why this whole nation is so defiled and so polluted. It said it's greatly polluted, man. It'll destroy you with a sword of destruction. All right. It's so polluted that the Lord can't do nothing with this continent, man. It's so polluted that the Lord can't do anything with this place, so He's gonna completely annihilate it, man. It said, no, nothing shall inhabit this place. Nothing. From generation to generation. Ain't nobody gonna be living on the soils of America after this World War III destruction comes, man. Not to mention the Lord's gonna come down with his chariots and burn this place up too, right along with them missiles. That's right. Alright, you got something?
Jeremiah 50 and 33.
Go ahead and go into Jeremiah, because that's what goes into it.
This is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 33. It says, or actually it started 29. This is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 29. Call together the archers against Babylon. All ye that bend the bow, camp against you round about. Let none thereof escape. Recompense her according to her work.
Yeah, man. So it says all the archers is going to bend the bow. So every country around America that has capabilities to launch a missile, those are all countries that have the ability to bend the bow. So it says all these different countries is going to bend the bow against her, man. It says he's going to encamp around about it. Which really the enemies of America are encamped all around, because America, all they got is enemies these days, man. Yep. It's surrounded on all sides. You got Russia to the north, you got China to the east, all right? You got Europe to the west, because Europe's gonna shoot missiles on this place too, man. And then you got South America, you got Cuba, and you got Venezuela. Right. You got different countries like that to the south. So this place is gonna get bombarded. This place is gonna get bombarded from every corner of the earth, man. This will be the great fucking, man. This bitch is gonna get turned out, man. Yeah, man. Talk about a 4th of July. This is gonna be the most the most hardcore 4th of July ever.
It says, let none thereof escape. Recompense her according to her work, according to all that she had done. Do unto her, for she hath been proud against the Lord, against the Holy One of Israel.
Yeah, man, this devil done been proud as hell. America's the forerunner of it too, man.
Right.
These American scientists, American Edomites, these American leaders, man. They're the forerunners of this wickedness, of this pride, man, against the Most High. Right? Because look at what these Edomites do, man. They want to create artificial intelligence. They're making these robots. They want to put a spirit in these robots. They actually want to create their own race, man. They want to be creators like the Most High is, man. Well, they want to be the Most High, man. You know. And Esau, whatever he makes, it's nothing but death, man. Nothing but death could come out of him. That's why he tries to clone shit. It comes out all fucked up. And if you eat the shit, it's gonna fuck you up. You get cancer and who knows what other kind of diseases, man. Because a lot of these animals that you eat are clones, man. All these damn cows that's in these dairies, these chickens that's in these foster farms, man. These are all test tube chickens, man.
That's right.
This is artificial. This whole place is artificial. You ain't eating nothing real, man. All the damn crops that they grow, they're Monsanto, man. This shit's GMO. That shit's spliced with fucking pig DNA, spider DNA and shit, man. So that they could grow these crops year round, right? Because they continuously want to be making money. It's like when it goes into Habakkuk, it tells you that he enlargeth himself. His belly is as hell, man. He could never be satisfied, man. He just wants to take and take and take and take till there's nothing left. He's a goddamn vampire, man. He wants to suck the earth dry. That's why this bastard wants to find other planets, man, because he knows he's gonna destroy this one soon. That's why they want to escape to the heavens, man. But the Lord ain't gonna let that happen. It's because of all of these things that the Lord is gonna turn this place into powder. Go ahead.
Therefore shall her young men fall in the streets, and all her men of war shall be cut off in that day, saith the Lord.
Yeah, Esau thinks that this American military is the most mighty military to ever walk the face of the earth. He thinks nothing and nobody could bring him down, man. He exalted himself as an eagle. He really thinks that his military is going to be able to take on the world. This guy's tripping, man. He's so proud. He's the most. Hey, the scriptures mention him as the most proud. This guy's head is puffed up like a fucking weather balloon, man. Khan, his head is in the damn clouds, man. All right, but all this country's mighty men are gonna get splattered out there in the Middle East, man.
Right. Splatter.
Splattered.
Right. Boom.
And they're probably gonna draft you, and you're gonna get splattered out there, man. Go ahead.
It says, behold, I am against thee, O thou most proud, saith the Lord power
See?
of hosts.
O thou most proud. That's why Esau is going to be taken down. Go in, get into Romans 9th chapter. Keep going.
Behold, I am against thee, O thou most proud, saith the Lord power of hosts. For thy day is come, the time that I will visit thee.
Yeah, the time that it will visit thee is coming very shortly, man. That's why, hey, look, they got their satellites pointed out towards space, man. They could see the chariots of the Most High. They could see the Lord's army coming, man. Why you think Trump wants to build a space army, man? Why you think Trump wants to go out there into outer space with a space force? It tells you in the scriptures there's going to be war in heaven, man. You people, you don't know shit, man. Hey, the Lord revealed all this on the babes, man. Hey, I didn't go to college. I didn't go to Bible school. Shit, I barely graduated high school, but the Lord deemed it goodly for me to attain unto this knowledge, which is much higher than most of you people have, man. The majority of you people. And a lot of you people don't know anything about the scriptures, but you think you do, man. You don't know the first thing about the scripture. You don't even know what the Bible is. You don't even know what the first and the second covenant are, man. You don't even know who the enemy is. You don't even know who the most proud is, man. We out here revealing secrets, man. Yeah.
This is Amos chapter 3, verse 7. Surely the Lord power, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets.
That's how you know that we're the prophets, man. Because he revealed his secrets to us. Alright? The Lord took us up out of the world and said, here, I'm gonna give you this knowledge and this wisdom. Now that you got it, now that you've received it, I'm gonna send you out and go and preach it, man. And that's what happened. The Lord put it in us and compelled us, once we got this knowledge, to go out here and to teach it, man. Because it tells you so that they can run who read it, man. Like, we're trying to run, we're trying to get away. We ain't trying to be here for this, man. You people got to get caught up into something monstrous. And you don't even know what's coming. The Lord's gonna come as a thief in the night. He's gonna catch you by surprise, man. And all you people that scoff, which is pretty much everybody on this earth except for the 1/3, all you people that scoff, man, you ain't gonna be scoffing when the Lord returns, man. It tells you that you are gonna know the vengeance of the Lord, man. You're gonna know that it's the Lord that's doing these things to you. The things that's coming is serious, man, and we ain't trying to be caught up in it. And we ain't gonna be caught up in it either, man. You got more?
Oh yeah, God, and back in Jeremiah. I mean, Slog,
Jeremiah 50.
you got caught. I was just jumping around.
Yeah, we jumping. Spirit jumping, baby.
This is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse
Boys, what's up?
31.
What's up?
Behold, I am against thee, O thou most proud, saith the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai of hosts.
You know what it says? I'm against the old most proud. You know what that means?
I want to know each one of your most profound things that you're espousing.
I'm about to tell you. I'm about to give you something.
No, but just a short one from each of you, because I'd like to be moved
It
today.
don't go like that. We have a thing called order up here.
Order, okay. So what? Tell me how the order works.
I'm gonna tell you how the order works.
Yeah.
Go ahead, read that again.
This
Pay
is
attention.
Jeremiah 50 and 31. Behold, I am against thee, O thou most proud, saith the Lord power of hosts. For thy day is come, the time that I will visit thee.
Time that I will visit thee. You know what that's talking
But
about?
when he talks about proud, what does he mean by proud? People are too self-consumed and not looking outwards and treating the general
what you think it
population in the Word of God.
Is that what you think it means?
No, when he says proud, what do you think
Would
proud?
you agree that we're pretty much near the end times right now?
In relative to like
In relative
5 billion years
In relative to
and creation and that kind of stuff.
in relative to World War III is about to happen. You got division at an all-time high in America. You got black people, you got Mexicans
Fine, he got a dead leave.
that are getting ready to
Okay,
start
so
an
what's yours
uprising.
then? So you're saying that the world's ending. What? How about you, sir? You look like
We're
a
all in
thoughtful
agreement.
man.
We have order up here.
It's
Right.
Something that you white people you don't got. You don't got no order, man. Go ahead, get that one
Who's
more
white
time.
people?
It says, back in
My
Jeremiah
ancestors
50 and
are
31.
from Africa, man.
Behold, I am against thee, O thou most proud, saith the Lord power of hosts.
You must have a second phrase.
For thy day is come, the time that I will visit thee.
So what that's talking about
I
is
understand, I
the
get
most
it.
proud is you white people.
That's right.
The Lord's coming back to visit you to kill all of you white people soon.
That's right.
And the Lord's going to put you in slavery for all the rape, robbery, and murder that you've done throughout the four corners of the earth.
That's right.
That's what we're talking about.
And the most proud shall stumble and fall, and none shall raise him up. And I will kindle a fire in his cities, and it shall devour all round about him.
And you can hear that pompous ass voices coming out of that Edomite, man. That's how you know that their race as a whole is proud as fuck, man. You can see the pride in his damn eyes.
So what are you guys talking about? I want to hear from each of you what you have to say. You say this, well, what do you believe, sir?
Hey, man, my brothers believe in the same thing that I believe in. All my brothers, man. We're all in accordance with these scriptures. And what the scriptures say is these so-called white people are condemned to slavery and death, man.
That's right.
Real quick, hold that. Give me Revelation.
I was already thinking.
Yeah, kind of. And that's how you know that we have decency and order up in here. I ain't even gotta call it out. The brother just knows where to go. Hey man, it's spooky up here, man. That shit gets telepathic around here, man.
It's Revelation chapter 13, verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear.
If any man, Esau don't have ears. Esau don't have eyes. He don't have ears. But he got a big mouth though. Go ahead.
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. What's that mean? Hey man, all you other nations have led Israel into captivity, man. The only people that's justified in leading anybody into captivity is Jake, man. Because, hey, Jake was blessed with all you other nations as servants. He said he's gonna rule over his brethren, man. So look, you putting Jake into slavery is completely out of order, man. And 100% times a million is against you Edomites, man. You Edomites did it the worst. You did it the longest. You try to destroy a heritage and steal it, man. Who the fuck does that? Who in history besides Esau has ever done things like that? And then has the pride to say, hey, that's not gonna happen. Hey man, it tells you, art thou heathen shall altogether go unpunished? So you mean to tell me that you Edomites, you did all of this and you're not gonna have to pay for any of it? You're just gonna get away scot-free, man. You're just gonna gallop off into the sunset like an old western, like one of your fake ass Hollywood movies. Hey man, this ain't Hollywood, man. This is real life. Go ahead.
He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
Either killed with the sword must be killed with the sword. Hey man, we're coming to that time when the curses is gonna start being put upon you. What is that in Deuteronomy 32, 33, around there? You know where that's at so far? You know where it's at? I think it's around Deuteronomy. It's around in the 30s, man. But it said he that killed with the sword must be killed with the sword, man. Hey, what's your name? Hey, come here real quick. Come here real quick. See, Jake don't want to know nothing, man. Jake don't want to know shit. Jake just wants to get shot down by Esau. Jake wants to get put in the concentration camp by Esau, man. Hey, man, it tells you my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge, man. All right.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 30, and I'm going to start at 7. And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. And thou shalt return and obey the voice of the Lord and do all his commandments, which I command thee this day.
And that's what Jake's trying to do, man. Return to the Lord and obey his commandments. But it says the time is now that these curses are being put upon Esau, man. Esau is becoming a proverb and a byword. Everywhere you look, he's a honky, he's a cracker. He's a redneck, he's white trash, he's filth. He's racist, he's a cut. Hey man, look at all these bywords that's being put on him. Tell me that ain't the scripture, man. Tell me that ain't in the curses, man. Alright? Everybody's turning against him. Everybody wants to kill him. You can't stand around a damn white man for more than 5 seconds without wanting to strangle him, man. Especially like that doofus that was just right here, being all proud and pompous and shit. That's the type of personality you want to just kick his head off. You want to strangle him like Bart Simpson, man. Choke the blood out of his ass. And then grab his woman by her fucked up neck. Slam that bitch into the gutter. Hey, look, man, we're coming into those times, man. Esau's about to be pursued with the sword, just like it told you in Revelation. He that killed with the sword must be killed with the sword. Who's gunning down Jake at an all-time high, man? Who's at the border with sniper rifles, just taking shots at Jake, man? Shooting them down at the border. You don't hear about that shit, man. But guess what? It's happening. Like a lot of these people, they want to say, oh,